Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Facebook Live. So we are going to get all set up and ready. I was just watching a Zoom and they said we're going to start kind of slow to let people get in. I thought that's a great way to say it. So we're going to start kind of slow to let people find the video and get on. It also gives me a second to make sure that I can see your comments because I love being able to chat with you while we're doing this. So welcome, whether you're coming in live or if you are watching on the replay. I think. Hi. It is like summer back in full force here. So that's been a little crazy. I have to admit. I was so ready for fall, and then here we are with the crazy hot weather. So hi Pat. So welcome to everybody who's coming in, and let's see here. I had it up. There we go. There it is. Okay. Hi, Karen. So welcome, you guys. Yeah, so summer is back in full force here, in Iowa, and we've had like 98. It was 98 degrees the other day. So, I think they call this like second summer or something. So I'm so hot right now. Hi, Tanya. Welcome. Hi, Jackie. So I'm so glad you guys are here today. I have a project today using branching out. But more importantly, look at those dies. They're so pretty. So we're going to be using that today. I've got... So I can show this. We got some happy mail to do today. So I'm going to show off some of your card projects and see what you guys have been making lately. And then I'll show you guys a project with, like I said, that branching out bundle as well. And Rosie, she's asking if I had a busy weekend. Yes, we did a craft show this weekend. And so it was local-ish. It was like 25 minutes down the road. And it was interesting. We normally do an L shape for our craft shows, with 2 tables, and then my husband does laser engraved signs and ceramic tiles. So we have an L shape plus a display. It's I don't know what you call it, a display board, freestanding. Well, we arrived at this craft show and they told us that we had a double-sided booth. So we were going to have people coming down in front of us and behind us. And so all of a sudden we were like scrambling, trying to change our setup. So yeah, it was a very interesting craft show, but it worked. We just kind of split our product and yeah, it worked. So I don't know if you guys love to shop craft shows. I do. I think they're so fun to go to. When I'm a vendor, I find myself shopping all the people around me. So it's a great season to go to craft shows, you guys. All right. So as we're chatting, I am going to camera down and get this here. I always like to stick this in here for reference so I can kind of see what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, pardon my hand for just a second. We're just gonna get that a little bit lower. Okay. There we go. I think that's gonna work. All right. So I'll just leave that here as our little teaser that's what we're doing today. Oh, thank goodness. I remember to leave these upside down. I'm not trying to publicize your address on the internet. So that's why you don't see me showing the front of envelopes, because I'm not trying to tell the whole world where you live. All right, this first one is from Vesta in Colorado. And I haven't even opened these yet, so you're going to hear some envelope tearing. And it looks like she sent hers inside out. Oh, no. Oh, I see. Here we go. sometimes people send their cards inside out to protect them. And so then I have to figure out how to do it. So this is a Z fold here. It says enjoy your day. And then she's got her note on the inside. That is super cute. Okay, I'm going to move these here because I just know I'm going to accidentally turn someone's over. Next is from Alice in Iowa. Oh, I'm going to have to Google your town, Alice. I don't know where that is. Comanche, Iowa. All right. It says hi. Oh, what pretty flowers. I love that with the embossing folder. And she's got her note here. So very cute. And she's got some little stickers on the inside. I love that. And I love how shiny the flowers are. That's really fun. Has like Wink of Stella or something on it. Can't go wrong with Wink of Stella. Okay, one from Sue from Montana. Oh, I just got this embossing folder. This is the sunflower embossing folder, and it is so beautiful. Her stamp says, I know a good thing when I see it, and I see lots of good things in you. So that is a beautiful way to, I'm trying to move that around so you can see the sparkle there. All right, next we have, well, it's only their initials on the outside, so we'll see if they signed their card. Uh-oh. Hold on. Her card is stuck to the inside of the envelope, so I want to try not to rip anything. Okay. I think I got it. I think. Hold on a second. There we go. Oh, no, she did not sign her card. Okay. Well, that's okay. If you guys want to send anonymous cards, you are allowed. This comes from a stamper in Florida. Using that beautiful embossing folder again. It says just a note. That is absolutely lovely. Look at all that gorgeous color that they've used in there. Very, very pretty. Next is from Jen in Washington. So Karen's asking about how do you find craft shows? So I look on Facebook. So I just search craft shows Cedar Falls, for example, because I live in Cedar Falls. But you can just search craft shows in your town or maybe a local town. And a lot of times craft shows have Facebook pages where they are posting because, you know, they want to advertise so that people know that it exists. And so, yeah, Facebook's a great place. Oh, I was like, mango fruit bars. She sent this to protect her card. Oh, look at that. How cute. And let's see here. It's a bridge card. So I'll stand it up so you can see it from the top. And then you can see here it folds flat in order to mail, but it's a beautiful display card as well. And then she's got her note and stuff on the back. Okay, next I've got a card from Christine in Wisconsin. Let's see here. And it says, thanks. Oh, a beautiful autumn themed card. And her background is embossed with leaves as well. So, oh, that's so sweet, Chris. She says, Holly, you are one of my blessings. I don't typically read the messages until later, but oh, you're going to bring tears to my eyes, Chris. That is so sweet of you to say. So here is her fall themed card. It's very cute. That's what I do as soon as I'm done with my live each week. I come back to this pile of cards and I read you guys' notes, and it's just the best part of the week. Okay, this is from Pat Settle, and it says, sometimes the simplest things mean the most. And then she's got her note here. And last but not least, we've got one from Linda in California. And she's decorated the back flap of her card. Oops, 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 oops. Oh, this is a little stuck. Hold on a second. There we go. It says thinking of you. What fun layers. I like that. It's so bright. So bright and fun. I love that. I love the color combination. There's just something about Daffodil Delight, isn't there? It's just so happy. Oh, Rosie says sometimes the local newspaper will advertise craft fairs too. Yeah, that's a great point. And if you don't get your local newspaper, you can also look on your local newspaper's website. They often have an event section. Okay, let's make a card. And let's get my pieces out here. So we are going to make, I'm trying to get my Post-it note cheat sheet ready to go. Have all the things. So we're going to be using this set of dies, like I mentioned. Well, as you can see here, this is one of my scraps to cut the dies. I'm also going to be using the Elegant Pines. Oh, it's a long name. It's like Elegant Pine Snowflake paper, I think is what it's called. Let's see here. Should have grabbed my swatch book ahead of time. So yes, Elegant Pine Snowflakes paper. So if you haven't seen this, it's really beautiful. They are snowflakes, but they're made out of like pine cones and pine needles, and it's really just beautiful, beautiful paper. So then on the back, have a lot of like snowflake type designs on the back. And then our color combination is a lot. There are a lot of coordinating colors in this paper. So let's see if I can sort these all out. But you can see there, and then I know I'm holding it upside down, but give me just a second because I'm trying to get all the patterns to show. There we go. Okay, so you can see all of the coordinating colors here, and then if I turn it over, you can see them with the fronts. So just a beautiful palette of colors that you can use here. And this doesn't have to be Christmassy. So I think these are great for fall and winter type cards. So there's some great patterns here on the back that could just be good background cards or background designs. So keep that in mind as well. I'm going to use this pattern and this larger snowflake pattern. So those are the two I'm using. And let's see, for all my die cutting, I need Pretty Peacock. I've got my spare for my die cut. I will also I'll use that one, and then I need some white. So we're going to kind of do all of our die cutting first. So I'm going to take these dies out of here. And we are going to, oh, I should show you this stamp set first. So it kind of has a variety of sentiments here. So not Christmas. So we've got birthday, thinking of you, hello, wishing you a day filled with many happy moments, to a very special someone, friend. So just a variety of sentiments here. And then, oops, sorry, my chair got stuck on a cord, so I was just trying to move it. And then we have these gorgeous dies. So these are stitched shapes that we're using, and they nest really nicely. So I'm going to use the second and third from the smallest. And then I also need this branch die. There we go. Okay. So we'll set those over here for a second. Move our stamp sets. And we'll grab our machine so that we can die cut these. Oh, wrong way. Okay. So I'm going to need 4 of these stitched labels, 2 large ones and 2 small ones. So my larger one is going to be made out of Old Olive, and I'm going to need 2 of these. So I'll start with just one, of course, because I just have the one die. And then for my smaller one, I'm going to need one out of peacock and one out of basic white. So I'll just start with those two dies because they're going to take up a bunch of room. So we'll just crank that through here. Sorry, the camera gets a little shaky when I'm doing this, but the price we pay for beautiful cards, right? Okay, so let me pop this out and just show you. Look at how pretty that is. That stitched label is so pretty. Okay, so we've done a large old olive and a small basic white. So we're going to do one more large old olive. Just going to rip some of the excess off because we need two of this larger size. And I think I can fit that on this scrap that I grabbed. Yes. And then for my second smaller one, I need Pretty Peacock. I'll just stick it right there. Okay. So two of the larger size in Old Olive, and then two of the smaller size. One is in Basic White, and one is in Pretty Peacock. Okay. And I'll just set those aside. We'll show you those in a minute. Last but not least, we need one more of our little branches here. So we're just gonna put that through here as well. All right. So I'll take that out. I always like to crank my plates back through just so that one less loose thing sitting around my desk. All right. We've got our branch. I'm just going to use my pokey tool here. Well, it's actually the take your pick tool, but use the pokey side. And then, well, that's all I need it for. I don't need it in order to get this out. These are easy. If they start to get a little stuck, I usually just kind of run my thumb under one side. And then once you have one side out, it's easy to pop the rest of them. So we've got two large ones and two small ones in our branch. So I'm going to grab my dies. Oh, you're saying the sound is coming and going. Okay, tell me if I just fixed it. Hopefully you can hear me now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these away while I wait for you guys to tell me if you can hear me okay. Because I hate to show you how to make a card and you can't hear me. Okay, Linda says it's working fine. Awesome. All right. Oh, you know what? I just put those dies away and I forgot this one. So we'll just grab that back really quick. And put that on here. Oh, it's like a maze. Normally I outline my dies with pen and I just haven't done it yet for this set. So then I'm like always trying to figure out, okay, which way did they go back in? So, all right. So we've got some things going on here, which we're all just going to set aside. I'm going to come here to my card base. So my card base is going to be Pretty Peacock. So I've got my 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to score it in two places. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4, and I'm going to score it at 2 1/8. So we're making a Z fold here. Okay. And then with my old olive, I'm going to cut two pieces with this one. So first I want to cut 4 by 5 1/4. Oops, not scoring, cutting. So we're cutting 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm also going to cut 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. All right, there we go. And then 2 more pieces. We're going to cut our designer series paper. Our first one with this beautiful pattern, I am going to cut to 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to do 3 3/4. And then I got to do 5, but I'd love to keep as much of these 2 as I can. So I'm going to start by just cutting at the top here. And we're going to turn around and do it at 5. So this is 3 3/4 by 5. Oh, there we go. So I was able to keep a lot of those 2 snowflakes here. And then our last piece is going to be 1 5/8 by 5. So 1 5/8 by 5. Okay, I think that's everything. So we're going to go ahead and put this down for now. All right, I'm going to need my Pretty Peacock ink. And let's see here. What word should I use today? I'm going to do Thinking of You Brings Joy to My Heart. I think that'll be a good one. And then let's see here. I'm gonna also do this one. Sent with Lots of Love. There we go. I think those 2 will look nice together. So we'll put these on our blocks. Okay, so the first thing we need to stamp, this is our insert. So this is a great card when you don't have a lot to say or you don't know what to say, because all we have is this little die cut. So I'm just going to put, I think I'm going to do it at the top. Sent with Lots of Love. And then on my basic white scrap here, I'm going to cut out, or stamp first, but I'm going to be cutting out this Thinking of You Brings Joy to My Heart. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take that and we will fussy cut around it because I just love the look of it. I want a kind of minimal sentiment so it doesn't take up a lot of space. I really want my colors and my designer series paper to be what's highlighted on this. All right, so let's start putting our card together. We'll start with our card base. So I'm going to fold it in half and fold it back on itself. So this is what we call a Z-fold. Now a Z-fold doesn't have to be exactly even like this. I've chosen to score my base in half, which makes it exactly even, but it doesn't have to be. You know, you can actually do this at any length. So I've got a couple pieces here. So we will start putting our layers together. Now with this layout, each week, I also like to issue a challenge, a creative challenge, and see your version of this card. So you don't need to use the same supplies. You don't have to use current product. You don't have to use Stampin' Up! Product. I just want to see you make this layout with whatever supplies you own. So make your version and post it in the Handcrafted Blessings community group so that we can all see it. And then I pick a winner each week to receive some embellishments from me. All right, so put that here, and we'll add this whole thing to the inside of our card. Okay, and we're going to take our first die cut, our first label. You know, we got 4 of these to put on here. The first one is just going to go right here in the center. I know I'm covering up that gorgeous snowflake, but it's just the way this card's going to work. And then we'll add our insert. Now, if you really do have more to say on a card like this, you could easily add a white panel to this empty space, and you'd be able to write some more. So it's not that you have to have this tiny, tiny little bit of space, okay? All right, next I am going to make this front package. Package is the word that came to my head. Layers, layout, all the things. Okay, so we're gonna tape these together. I'm gonna grab some green glue here, and I set some goals for myself lately. One of them is to use green glue a little more often. So I'm trying to get more comfortable with it. You know, I think we all have new things that we can learn, and for me, it's using green glue. So I'm learning to smear it a lot thinner, and I don't actually need a whole lot for this project, so that helps too. We're just gonna put a thin layer of glue on here. There we go. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals for my sentiment piece. So when I showed you this paper, I was saying it's, you know, some people might think of it as Christmas paper, but it really doesn't have to be. It's just beautiful paper. So as you can see, I'm just using it to make a thinking of you card. It has a lot of great uses. Okay, and then I gotta turn around for a second because I forgot to grab my snowflakes, which are somewhere right back behind me. Here we go. All right, so these are the faceted snowflakes. They actually come in 3 colors. Oh, I do still have 1 red, so I can prove it to you. There is one red one left. But I'm going to use the silver for this card. And I'm going to add some snowflakes here. Well, I'm not ready for snow. Cooler weather does sound really nice. Okay, so we've made this beautiful element here for our card. So I want to now attach it, but I don't want this sticking out from behind. So what we're going to do is we're going to be overlapping our dies so that it hides the fact that we also have dies, the same die cut on the inside. So I'm actually just going to turn this over, and I am going to put some, let's see here, how much is this going to overlap? Quite a bit. So we're just going to put a couple more right there. And these 2 that are on my card front, I know that they're safe because they're on the flap. So I don't have to worry about them sticking out and being in the wrong spot when I add this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first align my right side. And what I like to do is I like to go just slightly over. So I could go exactly on point here on the right, or I could slide it over just a tiny. Is that even a word? Just a tiny little bit, because that gives me a little leeway to make sure that I am covering that die cut. So now when my card is laying flat, it's covering what's on the inside. So here is my card. Now it'll take a little bit of time here for this to completely flatten, but you can see it here from the top, our Z fold. And you know, instead of using a plain white insert on the inside of our card, sometimes it's fun to mix it up and do it with die cuts. So my sample card, which I realized I never did show you guys. Here's my sample card. And I also added a pretty peacock one inside of here, but I just made it as a hello card. So hello, and then thinking of you brings joy to my heart. And then this one, the thinking of you is on the outside, and then sent with lots of love. So just a couple of options for using the branching out. So this is the branching out stamp set and the coordinating dies that come with this. And honestly, I just would recommend the dies. I mean, you might love the stamp set too, and that's great. But if you can only get one, these dies, these labels are so beautiful and so versatile that you can use these labels for a lot of different things. And the nice thing, all the other dies are standalone. You don't need a stamp set to cut out all the rest of this stuff. So fabulous set of dies, the branching out dies. So you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I love doing coffee and a card with you. And of course, this is your creative challenge for the week. So be sure to make your version of this layout, share it over in the Handcrafted Blessings community group, and I'll pick a winner and send you some embellishments. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. And don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. I'll see you soon.